Hey y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all some funny stories to keep Doug laughing while he's laying there resting. He does see your comment and he says thank you to everybody for the prayers. The family sees the comments and says thank y'all. All prayers are welcome at this time. I gotta tell y'all, I've met Doug in person, okay? I gotta tell y'all a funny story. So we were always on. This was back in the day when YouTube used to be fun. Let's admit it. Back in the day, YouTube was fun as heck. We had a good time, but now YouTube just isn't the same anymore. But Doug would come up on my panel, or I would jump on his panel, or we would jump on somebody else's panel together, and I would always see Doug. And I always thought Doug was tall, like a tall man. And I'll never forget the day he pulled up at my house. So I'd go outside to flag him down, like, hey, this is me right here. He pulls up in this big truck, okay? So I'm like literally right there at the truck now. And he comes jumping down out the truck. And he's this little bitty man. And I'm just dying laughing, and he's sitting there waiting, to give me a hug. And I said, oh my God. He said, what? I said, you're short. He said, Jazz, you didn't know I was short? I said, heck no, I thought you was as tall as me. So that was one of our funny stories. I mean, from then on out, he was Shorty to me. And we had some very, very good times. I'll tell y'all another little quick story here. One day, Doug was going through his second battle of cancer, and when we're on video call, I guess with the ladies it's different. But it was one day we were on video call, and we're on the phone with Doug, and what Doug had on his I think he had on his feeding tube and his trach, okay? So, you want to be as comfortable as you are, especially in your own home. So, we knew Doug didn't have on no shirt. We were used to that, We're used to Doug getting on camera without a shirt on. And then the next thing we know, Doug takes us in the bathroom, forgets to shut the camera off, forgets to hit mute. He's already there on the toilet, and we're all looking at each other like, is he really in the bathroom while we're here on the phone? But I'm gonna tell y'all, Doug didn't give two fucks. He could care less, and that's how you're supposed to live life, okay? You do not care what anybody else thinks about you. Live your life to the fullest. And I know when Mom first met him, she was gonna get him, That's Mom's thing, and Mom also loves the hell out of Doug. Loves the hell out of him. We had some fun here at the house. I think Doug stayed here for like a week. We had some fun times, and I'll tell y'all, if you're friends with Doug, the number one thing he does is he sends recipes. And I knew what it was at first in my mind, because with Doug being on the feeding tube, he wasn't able to eat. He would chew on some stuff to taste it, and then he would have to spit it out because he couldn't swallow it. So I knew that's why he started sending the recipes, because he was hungry. And so what I did, every recipe he sent, I would go behind his back and cook it, and then upload it here on YouTube. And then when the feeding tube came out, I'm like, okay, he'll have these recipes here on YouTube, and they're soft foods, something that'll go down the esophagus real easy, because he has throat cancer. And I said, if I keep uploading these recipes he keeps sending me, he'll eventually get to eat, which he did. And I said, Mama, all he's got to do is tell Mama, like, look, Jess done uploaded this video for me, and it's soft food, especially that one that Coupon Panda gave us, the one with the croissant and the turkey and the cheese. That was very, very soft. No crunchiness or hardness about it at all going down the throat. And I knew that he would like that recipe as well. If you know Doug, Doug loves to eat. And I'll keep them prayers going, and I'll keep the stories going here so we can keep Doug laughing, keep him smiling, and keep him on his toes. Because, Doug, what do I always tell you? I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.